One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four.
All right, without any further ado, here we go. Another star on Bloodstream.com. Here's Jack Gibbons from Exodus. How you doing, mate? How are you?
Good, and good. How are you doing?
So far, so good. So far, so good. How's things? First of all, how's things with this COVID thing in US at the moment?
Everything's hell. Everything's upside down, but we're all still living. So we're gonna make it through.
All right, good. So everybody in the band, okay, family and stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Good. All right, good.
Yeah.
So the reason we're here, because you guys are going to release after 7 years another album with the name Persona Non Grata on November 19th.
Yes.
Are you excited?
Yeah. It's been a long time since we've had an album, and it's also been a while since we recorded the album. We recorded it over a year ago.
Yeah.
And it's been sitting in the can, just waiting, for things to get, better to release a record. So it's about time. Yeah.
So how did you actually guys survive? This whole thing, nothing to do, no tours.
It's been tough, man. We just watched every penny, that went out, and luckily we made it this far.
So did you get this time, maybe just prepare the album different way, or did you focus on the preparation? You said you recorded already a year ago. So
yeah, I mean, we did it in last September and October. So I mean, it was on schedule, for when we wanted to record. It's just there was never a good time to release it right after that. So we've been waiting on it. But mostly we did it the way we normally do it. We were supposed to have Andy Sneap come out and do the whole thing with us, but because of the travel restrictions, he couldn't. So we recorded by ourselves, and then he mixed for us over in England. So
all right. Excuse me. So who actually, because I'm not follow you guys, since the 79 or anything. So who actually is involved in the band for the musically and lyrically? Who actually is involved?
It's Gary Holt. He'd been in Slayer, for the last 7 or 8 years, and so we didn't really want to make a record without him, because he's the main writer. He writes most of the songs and most of the lyrics. We have Steve Souza singing in the band again. Tom Hunting is on drums, and Lee Altus is on the other guitar, and then myself. So.
Okay. So you guys making this music together, or is just just Nick is doing everything and you just prepare?
Well, Gary and it kind of starts off. Gary and Tom get into a room, and it's jamming riffs, guitar half stack, and drums.
Yeah.
Just working out music, and then Gary, they forge out most of the songs, and then we come in and start learning them, and drums go down first, then guitar rhythms, and then once the guitar rhythms are down, then vocals and bass start going down, and then solos are the last thing.
So Jake, how did you end up playing on the bass in Exodus? Actually, how did you start? When did you start?
Oh,
and how did it happen? Actually,
it's kind of a funny story. A friend of mine was trying out for a band that had a couple of the members from Exodus in it. Gary and Tom were putting together a band called War Dance, and they were looking for a singer. And so I gave my friend Sean Smithson a ride to go try out, and he sang, and they thought he was pretty good, and they invited him back, and their bass player wasn't there, and so I brought him back again a couple days later, and the bass player wasn't there again, and I said, "What's up with your bass player?" And they were, "Oh man, he never shows up.
Oh
he's
boy.
in he's in like 4 bands." And it was actually Mike Butler who was the bass player on the Exodus album previous to that. And
Right.
they're like, "Oh, he's in a bunch of bands, and he never comes." And I was like, "Hey, man, I'll come every week. I don't have any bands, you know." And so Gary gave me the tape, and I came back, and I ended up getting into War Dance, and Sean didn't get the gig, but and then I was just in the band when it turned back into Exodus. They got Bailoff and Rick, and then we did the live album in '97, and I've just been there ever since.
Oh, very well. Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Good. I like those stories. It's always always something, you will always remember, how they actually happen.
That's the classic case of, being at the right place at the right time.
Exactly.
And doing the right, you know what I mean? And I did the right thing. So.
All right. So the album will be out on November 19. Now is the question, the tours and festivals and stuff like that. When was the last time you guys actually played, and when will be the next time you're going to play, or if you maybe already played?
We played a couple shows already. We played a couple festivals here in the U.S. The Full Terror Assault, and we did the Psycho Las Vegas as well. And they were great fun, man. It was good. I mean, there's obviously questions about how things are going to go in the future. Some bands that are out are having success. Some of them are getting tested positive and going back home, and so it's all kind of up in the air right now. Seeing how just have to see how things go. I mean, especially as far as us getting over to Europe again, that's going to be even another extra hurdle. So nobody has any answers right now. We just kind of have to wait until, like everybody's going to know at the same time, but nobody knows quite yet.
So Jake, well, do you know maybe the first show for the new album? Like,
well, I mean, no, I mean, we did those other 2 shows, and then we're just kind of seeing how things shake out, from now on.
So it's not uncertain if there will be any show actually at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there will be shows. It's right now. It's everybody's really uptight about everything, and they're testing everybody all the time, and so
right.
It's going to be complicated for a while.
It is, yeah.
Just nobody knows. If somebody would come out and go, "This is the rule,"
right,
then we would know. You know what I mean? But
yes.
Nobody knows.
Oh, I see. So there's no like a stone make a rules, say, well, if you have 500 people, 5,000 people, that's what needs to happen. So that's not happening in what the moment.
Yeah, every place makes their own rules. Every state has their own,
right,
mandates, and every city, has citywide stuff. It's so complicated. It's hard hard for us metalheads to even fathom,
Right.
I mean, it was hard enough for us to just read the damn map and get to the next city, on time. And now it's, we have to fill out a damn, stack of paper deep. So it's everybody has to just get used to whatever is coming.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna go away anytime soon. So I just traveled, a couple of times the last couple of weeks on a plane, and tell you it was a very painful. Not just the money. It's just the money is not the biggest issue. It's just because you never, because it's new and you never know what you get it. What do you end up with? Every state have it a little bit different. It looks in different forms, and it's just as you say, it's you never know what's gonna happen. So
That's right.
it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So this new album, what is actually about? I read some kind of article about what you guys saying about this album. I would like to hear from your own words what actually this album is about.
Well, I mean, Gary wrote the lyrics, so it's really his story to tell, I guess. But I mean, I think it's it's just really mostly about all the frustration that everybody is feeling right now. Like everybody has all this pent up frustration, whether you're on, it doesn't matter what you think or what side or whatever you're on. Everybody's gripped up and all bowed up and mad, you know what I mean? And so I think the songs just kind of speak to that. Persona, the title Persona Non Grata, I think is just how we all feel. Like we all feel like we're not worth shit to the people that make decisions.
So for those who probably don't know, the persona non grata means something like unwelcome, unacceptable. That's right.
Yeah,
that's how you guys feel at the moment.
Yeah, it just kind of feels like everybody is that way. Like people that are doing shit and making rules, and the people don't really seem to matter so much. So
make you crazy.
And and then it's just kind of pulled the veil back on a lot of other social type of issues that we had been maybe not wanting to look at, or things that were just behind the veil, and they're all right for heavy metal songs, that's for sure.
Right. Well, can't wait, because I already have the album available. I've just played the first released single from the album, and might play another one at the end. So it's a 12-track album. Will be released 7 years later, before the last one, and will be on November 19 for those who wants to. You already have the merchandise out, so you can if you go to the what's the website called? Exodus Attack.
ExodusAttack.com. Yeah.
So that's where you can buy all the
You can do all the pre-ordering there, or at the Nuclear Blast site.
Nuclear Blast. Yeah, that's your label. All right, so guys, check. Are you guys planning? I know it's hard to say. I'm always bothering with the tour. So obviously we are in Europe. You guys in US. When we'll possibly might see you in Europe?
Well, I mean, we're planning on coming this summer.
Really? Oh, wow.
The plans are that we'll be there for the festivals this summer. Whether we have to pull the plug on it or not is still to be determined, but we're planning on being there, so hopefully things work out well enough, and they're not canceling the festivals again, and then we'll be there.
Okay. Do you know which one is it by chance? Do you remember one, or?
Oh, no, I don't.
Okay.
Right.
No,
it's the ones earlier in the year.
Okay.
We've been trying to get to the Dynamo Festival for 3 damn years now. And so I think that's one of them. I'm really not too sure though. I kind of quit looking at them as they were coming in and going right into
cancel.
So once I know that it's the real thing, I'll focus in again.
They're changing the rules so often. You never know what's going to happen. But by the way, what they do, and I don't know if the semaphore kind of thing. The green, amber, yellow, red. So now in Europe, what they doing? They put together green and amber as a low risk countries, and they will still keep the red list. So I'm sure if you're going to fly to one of those low risk countries, you should be all right. It's not
Yeah.
so big. It's no big deal anymore.
Yeah.
Obviously, there is a catch. You have to be vaccinated. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, we're gonna have to be to do anything pretty much. So
right. Is there anything like else you like to add, Jack, before I let you go?
yeah, no, I mean, I just hope that I hope we can get out and promote this record, because I really like it, and it would be a shame to just
Yes,
go back.
I agree. It's
Another
awesome.
one right now.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very, very technical and it's very fresh and trash.
Good, thank you.
It is. All right, Jake. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Say hello to your friends from Exodus. Hopefully, I'll see you soon somewhere in Europe, or maybe I'll fly over you in the US.
All right, man. That sounds great.
All right, guys. Take care, and see you soon. Stay heavy.
Okay.
All right. Cheers. Thanks. Bye-bye. Thanks. Bye. All right, guys. So there was Jack Gibson from Exodus, US streaming live here on Radio Bloodstream and Facebook page at the same time. And here's the second release song from the latest from the album, which will be released on November 19 this year, 7 years later after the last one. All right, here we go. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening. And Martin, say goodbye for tonight. And stay tuned on radioblaststream.com. And I'll see you soon with one of our interview with stars. Take care. We